President Finney, honoured trustees, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Like my companion honorary graduates, I want to express my sincere thanks for the great honour bestowed upon us today. It's a distinguished and generous form of recognition which we very much appreciate. I'm particularly happy to be invited to address a few words to the new young graduates of Champlain College. In the first place, I want to congratulate you on your great achievement. Your parents, your family, and your friends are all very proud of you today, and you richly deserve to enjoy this special day. Unlike myself, you have earned your degrees by several years of very hard work. You'll have to wait another 40 or 50 years before you can hope to obtain a degree as easily and as pleasantly as I have. Advanced years have some advantages. I recall when I and my friends started our university studies many years ago, one rather formidable professor told us in the course of his opening lecture that the first thing we wanted from the university was a degree, and he assured us it would be the last thing we would get. A rather alarming remark, but on reflection quite true. You have now attained this final goal you set yourselves several years ago, and you're now prepared to commence the next phase of your lives. Indeed, I much prefer the American term commencement to the European one graduation to describe this happy occasion. Graduation implies the idea of a completion or a conclusion, whereas commencement more aptly describes your situation of beginning a new phase of life in a well-prepared way. You have been well prepared by your university education here at Champlain College to enter upon your chosen career, and even more important, to keep yourself up to date with the requirements of that career. Your intellectual study and work isn't over, I'm afraid to say. You have been well prepared, however, to keep yourselves up to date and to meet the ever-changing challenges of your career. It's a good reason to be grateful and to keep in touch with your alma mater. Now, I think at this point I should be conveying to you some very profound insights to help to guide your life. However, my exuberance in this regard is tempered when I recall the pretentiousness of Mr. Robinson in the movie The Graduate, when he takes the young Dustin Hoffman aside and assures him gravely that one word holds the secret to the future of the universe, and that one word is plastic. Indeed, I'm reminded of a lecture which I gave rather recently and which I thought went quite well, until this lady in the audience stood up and she said, "Professor Masterson," she said, "I think your lecture was absolutely superfluous." So I thanked her and I looked around to get somebody else, but she jumped to her feet again and she said, "And tell me," she said, "is it going to be published?" So I thought a devastating reply. I thought would sort of silence this lady, and I said, "Yes, madam," I said, "but only posthumously." Oh, I thought. She jumped to her feet straight away again. "Oh," she said, "in that case, I can't wait to read it." So my wise remarks today will be very brief. The idea of university education, of which you today are the beneficiaries, the idea of university, I think, is very closely linked with the idea of universality. And this idea of universality can be understood in various senses. In the first instance, It can signify that mastery of the universal principles and difficult material which your studies have equipped you to deal with the various and many different particular situations you will encounter in your professional career. This is the capacity to address new situations, not in a haphazard guesswork sort of way, but in the light of intelligible universal principles which you have imbibed. So that's one sense of the word universal, linked into the idea of a university. But the idea of universality can also signify the universal range of topics which are studied in a university and which your exposure to at college encourages an appreciation of the many different ways in which a complex topic can be discussed. This idea of universality as embracing a wide range of different disciplines and approaches is important in the complex circumstances of contemporary life, which increasingly demands an interdisciplinary approach to problems. You'll find that in your future career, you'll be required to cooperate constructively with people from many various disciplines in seeking the best outcome to complex problems. Your university education and association with students from other disciplines has prepared you in this regard. Thirdly, the idea of universality can also signify a kind of geographical and cultural universality of scholars, which is an important component in the powerful contemporary debate about the right balance between globalizational and national interests. Here at Champlain College, you have in various ways fulfilled this university ideal of universality. It does so, for example, through the expertise in information technology, which it has imparted to you, enabling you to keep in touch with your scientific and professional colleagues worldwide. It does so also through its splendid international programs. I've had the pleasure of meeting the Champlain College students at their Dublin campus, where my daughter Lucy is a lecturer. I'm keenly aware of the crucial role that these students from Champlain College played recently in initiating a very successful job creation program in Ireland entitled Hireland. They invented the name. This is an initiative which has provoked considerable international interest. And this brings me to my final remark. Undoubtedly, a university has an intimate association with the economy, with industry, with business. Indeed, like society at large, it lives in the world of supply and demand. It does so, however, I think, in a unique way. As Cardinal Newman, the founder of what is now my University College Dublin, remarked, the difference is that unlike other institutions, a university aims to produce a supply in advance of a demand. It seeks to supply a new supply of thinking and new approaches which will create a new demand, not just respond to an existing one. And that is what Champlain College, through your education, has enabled you to be, suppliers of new ideas, creating a new demand, new opportunities, new jobs, new societal arrangements. And that is the life you're now commencing, providing a new supply of insight and creativity, not just in your professional life, but also in your personal and social life as citizens of a larger community. You've been equipped to make a difference, personally, professionally, and socially. And I wish you every success in this exciting challenge for which your studies here at Champlain College have so well equipped you. Thank you.